The Spooky Secrets of Poveglia Island, Venice, Italy. Known as one of the most beautiful cities in the world. Canals, gondolas, and ancient architecture paint a picture of romance and history. But hidden among the calm waters of the Venetian lagoon lies a small island that locals refuse to talk about. A place so scarred by death and suffering that it is considered cursed to this very day. This is Poveglia, the island of ghosts. From a distance, the island looks peaceful. Trees cover its ruins, birds fly above its crumbling bell tower. But as the boat draws near, silence takes over. Even fishermen avoid its shores, claiming the cries of the dead still echo there. And these are not just ghost stories. The history of Poveglia is far darker than any legend. The nightmare begins in the 14th century. Europe was being ravaged by the Black Death, the plague that killed millions. Venice's leaders needed a solution. They turned Poveglia into a quarantine station. Anyone suspected of carrying the disease was dragged to the island, often by force. Families were torn apart. Many never even knew if their loved ones survived. There was no real treatment. The sick were left to die. Thousands perished here, their bodies dumped in massive pits. When the dead piled up too high, they were burned. And sometimes, the sick, too weak to resist, were thrown onto the pyres alive. To this day, historians estimate that over 100,000 people were buried or burned on Poveglia. The soil itself is said to be made of half-human ash. But the suffering didn't end with the plague. In the late 1800s, a psychiatric hospital was built on the island. Its tall bell tower loomed over the lagoon, a warning to anyone who came close. The hospital soon became a place of fear. Patients claimed they heard voices. They saw figures moving through the dark halls. But the greatest terror came not from ghosts, but from the living. According to stories, one doctor used patients for horrific experiments. He performed crude brain surgeries. He shocked them with electricity. He cut and drilled, ignoring their screams. The walls absorbed their agony, turning the hospital itself into a prison of echoes. In time, the doctor reportedly lost his mind. He climbed the bell tower, perhaps haunted by the very voices he once mocked. Some say he jumped to his death. Others insist he was pushed by unseen hands. Even now, people claim to see a shadowy figure wandering near the tower at night. When the hospital finally closed, the island was left abandoned, but its silence is not empty. Workers sent to restore the buildings refused to stay. Tourists who managed to sneak in tell chilling stories, heavy footsteps following them, shadows darting across crumbling walls, a crushing weight pressing on their chests, as if invisible hands were trying to drive them away. Fishermen still avoid the waters around Poveglia. They tell of strange lights glowing at night. Some swear they have heard a bell tolling from the tower, even though the bell was removed decades ago. Today, the island is off-limits to the public. The Italian government has sealed it, though rumors spread of secret visits by paranormal investigators and daring explorers. Those who return often speak of the same thing, an overwhelming sense of sorrow, as if thousands of souls still linger there, desperate to be heard. Poveglia is more than just a haunted island. It is one of the largest mass graves in Europe. It is a place where humanity's fear and cruelty turned into horror, where the sick were cast aside, where the vulnerable were tortured, where the dead were denied peace. The story of Poveglia forces us to ask, are the hauntings real, Or are they the echoes of our own guilt? Perhaps both. For when a place has witnessed so much agony, can it ever truly be free of the past? So the next time you drift peacefully along the canals of Venice, remember that just a few miles away lies a forgotten island, an island where silence still screams, an island where history itself has become a ghost. This is Poveglia, the island of the dead, the island of ghosts.